Assalamu alaikum children.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Alhamdulillah, Allah has blessed us to be again back with this series of Islamic stories series. MashaAllah. So in this today's story, we're going to be reading, we're going to be talking about one good story, MashaAllah. But what do we do before we start the story? Al-Fatiha. Bismillah. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdina siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladhina an'amta alayhim. غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. Amen. Alhamdulillah. This story we got it from internet, and this story is about a smoke. The story's title is Smoke. Okay. Now there was a very nice man whose name was Hatim, and he used to live in a faraway land. Now this man Hatim was very generous man. And he was not only generous, but also he had lots of cattle with him. You know, cattle means he had goats, sheep, and he also has cows. You know, and also he has many and also horses and all that with him. So he was very generous, and he used to share his wealth. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave him wealth. He used to share with people. So it's like charity. He used to give a lot of charity. So now what happened was, he also had one of the he had a horse. It was black pitch horse, and it was like a stallion. And this horse was his apple of his eye. You know, like he used to love that, and he named it as Smoke. The horse name was Smoke. And everybody knew that this horse was so beautiful. Not only beautiful, it was very strong, and it used to ride fast like a lightning bird. Now, he used to love this horse a lot. One day, what happened? His generosity, his way of charity and all, I'm going to take your questions later. His generosity and all reached the Sultan, who is the king of that place. So the king came to know about it. Everybody are talking about Hatim. He's so generous, he's so generous. So he said, okay, let me test him. He went and he called his wazir, his minister, and he told him that I want to test the Hatim's generosity. I heard that he has a beautiful horse which he loves so much, which name is Smoke. Why don't you send some of your soldiers and tell that Sultan wants your horse, which is by the name Smoke. So the wazir, he sent his soldiers. So soldiers came to Hatim. On that day it was raining very hard, and it was late in the evening they arrived. So when they arrived, Hatim generously invited the guests. He was so happy with them. And then he spoke with them, and he made them comfortable, and he ordered his servants to go and prepare food for them. That night they had a wonderful dinner, all set the table. So then these people, the Hatim and the people who came, they all he did not know that they were soldiers. They came, they were travelers, so he fed them very well. Once they fed them very well, they went and they rested. He gave them a place to rest, so they went and they slept. In the morning when they got up, now they came to Hatim and they said that, "Oh Hatim, we are the soldiers of Sultan. And Sultan has asked us to tell you that he wants your horse, the Smoke." Hatim, he loved the Smoke, the horse, very much. But you see, Hatim was very sad. He said that, I wish I could give you the horse. I wish I could give you the Smoke. but I cannot. The reason is, yesterday night when you came as a guest, I sent my servants to prepare the food. I myself went to look for a cattle so that I can slaughter it and make the food for you. But I could not find anywhere. The field were far away and the rain was so hard. What I had was only the smoke. So I slaughtered the smoke. And that is what the horse meat you ate yesterday night. So when they heard about it, they went back to Sultan and they told the Sultan, "Oh Sultan, this is the story of Hatim. He loved his horse, but for the sake of his guest, he even slaughtered that. He was so generous." So Sultan also accepted that he is the generous man. You know Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he was so generous too. Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam's generosity is the one which Hatim got. Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam one time, a Bedouin was walking with him and he saw so many cattle in the valley. And then he asked, "Oh, I wish I had that." Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, looked at it and he said, "It is all yours." He was surprised. He said, "So many of them are mine?" He said, "Yes, hundreds of. So many of them are mine? Thousands of them were there." He said, "Yes, it's yours." Then the man, he couldn't believe himself. He went back to his tribe and he said that he is the prophet. And he accepted Islam because nobody could just give away so much. And not only he accepted Islam, he told his tribe and his tribe accepted Islam. So generosity. When you give something, you give it for sake of Allah. Just for sake of Allah. Isn't that a good story of Hatim? And the hadith of Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is, because this story is from the internet, I have this hadith. The hadith says, a generous person is close to God. A generous person is close to God, close to human beings and close to paradise, but far away from hell. So if you are generous, Allah loves you. If you are generous, people love you. And if you are generous, you're going to go to paradise. And hellfire will be very far away from you. Isn't it? So mashallah, and this is the hadith from Riwayah Tirmidhi. Okay, what was your question?
You said about smoke. It was so bad. So you like a lightning bird, right?
Yes.
It was supposed to be lightning bolt.
Lightning bolt. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. It was supposed to be like a lightning bolt, not lightning bird. Thank you for correcting. Okay? So we close with Walas. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wal asr. Innal insana lafi khusr. Illa allazina amanu wa amilu salihati wa tawasaw bil haqqi wa tawasaw bis sabr. Alhamdulillah.